Before heading to the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe it and don't forget to click the bell icon for the latest update notification. If you like the video, do like, comment and share. Stay tuned with learnbay.co. Happy learning!
Right. So filters. So I will be using. So we are connecting to the same data source. Filtering means working on selective data. Okay. So suppose I take the sales on the basis of subcategory. Let me make it this, and let me put the category in the color. Let's also take the category over here. As of now, I can remove the category part and let's sort it. Okay, this is better. Now, suppose I want to get it filtered on the basis of category. So I can simply, whatever on whichever field I want to put a filter, I can drag and drop it to the filters card. I drop it over here. Now I am getting the values which I want to keep. Furniture, office supplies and technology, whatever I want to keep, I can keep it checked, and rest I can uncheck. I click on apply. So office supplies, remove, apply. So it is just talking about the furnitures over here, or I can select whatever I want, right? Say apply. There could be we can make this filter reverse by clicking on exclude. The one which are selected will be excluded. So office supplies and technology will be excluded. Only furniture is applicable. Office supplies has been excluded, right? I say this, I say all, say apply. Okay. So this was one. Now let me give you another example. This time let's take the subcategory into the filter. Now one is select from the list. So all the lists are available. Whatever you want, you can select from here. Another is custom value list. You can create your own list. Like you can type in over here, I want to see tables, press enter. I want this in my list. Chairs, phones. Let's take storage. So this is custom value list. I am creating my own list. I click on apply. So I am getting the phone, chair, storage and tables, right? And then we have use all, say apply. All of them will be applicable, will be available over here. All right. Then, so this was the first option. Second is a wildcard match. Wildcard match means if I want to create a pattern, I want all those which contains the character A. Say apply. So you can look over here, chair, storage, table, machine, accessories, bookcases, appliance, paper, art, label and fasteners. All these subcategories contains the character A. Or if I say it starts with A, so I'm getting accessories, appliance and arts. Ends with A, apply. There is none which ends with A. Let's take S and say ends with S, apply. So these are the one which ends with S or exactly matches. I can type over here like say phone, apply. So I'm getting only the phones over here. Say clear, reset, channel, right? I remove it. Let me put the subcategory over here once again. So that was wildcard. Then we have condition. Now, supposingly I want to see by field where the sum of sales is greater than equal to, I can specify some value. Let's take 200,000. 200,000. Now, supposingly you do not have any idea about what the values are, so you can click on this load. So it is saying that the sales range from this, minimum is this and maximum is this. So I say apply. So you will see I'm getting only those where the sales is more than 200,000, right? Let's click on this and say edit filter. Here it is. Now you can also see what all the categories are over here. If you want to fill on some other categories, you can do so. Let me try to filter it on the basis of, say, profit, sum of profit. Now let's load. So it is giving you the sum of profit over here, and I say where the sum of profit is equal to 0, or let's say is less than 0. So it will indicate those cases in which I have incurred the losses. Apply. So these are the categories in which I have received losses: table, bookcase, and supplies. Right. So I say apply and okay. We have done calculations till yet? Yes, no? Yeah, we did the calculations part. Yes. Kindly respond somebody. Okay, leave it. If you don't want to respond, it's okay. Another option which we have is top option. By field, I say I want to see only those, I want to see top 5, those categories which have generated the top 5 revenue. I say apply and okay. So I'm getting these top 5 on the basis of revenue. So these are the top 5 revenue generating subcategories. Okay. So edit filter. So these are the 4 tabs: journal, wildcard, condition, and top. So using this, you can apply the filters. So I will remove it as of now.
Yeah, Rajiv. So one question here. So the formula in the third tab, the condition tab, there we can basically use all the functions of Tableau, right?
Harjot, you are
Yeah.
Harjot, right?
Yeah, right.
So Harjot, that was the question I asked, but none of these 30 people taken the pain to answer my question.
Okay.
Right? I was about to explain that, but if you are not bothered, then it's perfectly fine.
No, the same thing which we used in calculating fields.
That's what I was asking, my dear friend, that whether we have completed the calculation or not. If you have completed the calculation, I can give you an example of that as well. So my only thing which I wanted to highlight over here is I will really appreciate if you can answer my questions. It is for your good only. And if you want, I should not ask any questions, then you are making my work easier. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I think you covered calculating field.
No problems. As you have highlighted, now I will tell you.
Yeah. So that was the only.
Let's put the subcategory over here in the filters. I am putting the subcategory in the filter. Now let's go to the condition. One option is I can specify by field where the sum of sales is, as we have done, greater than equal to, let's take 300,000. Apply. So we have only two fields, phones and chairs, where we have generated the revenue more than 3,000. Now suppose I want to give a range. I want all those subcategories where the sum of sales is between 200,000 to 300,000. Okay, sum of sales is, now I have to give two values. Now this thing cannot be done in this manner. So for this I have to write a formula. So I will say sum of sales is greater than equal to 200,000 and sum of sales, okay, it should not be, okay, wait, sum of sales is less than equal to 300,000, and it should be, instead of and, I should take it as or, right? Say apply. What happened? Sum of sales is greater than 20,000. Okay, we will make it like this, where sum of sales is greater than equal to 200,000 and sum of sales is less than 1,000. Say apply and okay. So these are the ones, storage tables and binder, where the revenue is between 200,000 to 300,000. Now let me show you one more thing. I will remove it from here, and I am removing this just to show you the profit. I am putting the profit in the color, and let's display the profit as well in the label. So we have profit, and let's see if we can display the sales. So you can see that the profit and this both are getting displayed. Okay, profit and sales. Now let me put the subcategory in the filter. I will use condition. I will say by formula, where sum of sales is greater than equal to 200,000 and sum of profit is greater than equal to 20,000. Say apply and okay. So these are the fields in which the profit revenue is more than 20,000 to 200,000 and the profit is more than 20,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
How to include parameter in that calculated field?
Have we done the parameter part?
Yeah, we have done parameter.
Okay. In that case, you have to create a parameter for this. You can create a parameter, create parameter, and we can make it an integer, whatever value you have to pass to it, right?
We have not created parameter like that actually. So we have
Then leave it as of now.
inside
Wait,
that.
then wait. We will proceed, do this in further session. Okay. So this is again filtering. We are talking about filtering. So let's proceed on with that. So I have told you about general, wildcard, condition and stop. So this is condition and top. I think I haven't top. I told you about top. Okay, we talked about that filter. Okay, let me remove it once again. And I put the subcategory over here. I go to the top by field. I have sent top 10. Similarly, if I want bottom, I can specify the bottom. I want to see the bottom 5. Apply. And I'm getting the bottom 5. Oh no, not count. It is on the basis of sales, sum of sales, say apply. So these are the ones in which we have received the minimum sales. Bottom 5 are getting displayed over here, and here we have used the parameter also, if you remember when we created a parameter, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's
So
remove this.
filtering will be applied only to the tables, not the quantities, right? Like the measurable values.
Example, give me an example.
If we have to put sales and filter, that will not make sense, right?
It
So
will
only
definitely make sense.
dimensions,
Wait,
yeah.
wait. Let me finish the topic of filters. You will get answer automatically. We are covering that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Filtering charts. Then next is filtering dates. Filtering dates. So let us take us the sales on the basis of order date. Let's make it entire view. Let's put the category in the color. Here also I have taken, let's put the category in the color over here. Talking about filtering dates. So let's take the order date in the filter. Now see what happens and click on next. Now this is what we are getting, then the dates. So this is the date filter, relative dates. Relative dates, when we are talking in relation to the current date, that is I want last 5 years, last 7 years, last 10 years, last 7 quarters, last 12 quarters, last 3 months, last say 90 days or whatever, last 12 weeks. So this is, so I will say last 5 years, say apply. What it is? 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have relative. I have click on dates. Sorry, years. Last. I say last 5 years. Apply. Now you see what I am getting. I am getting 16 and 17 only. Why? Because it will start counting the last 5 years from the current years. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It becomes the 5 years. Right? So we do not have the data post 2017. So it is displaying only the 2 years. Right? So like this.
The year will not be as per the data, right?
No,
So
it will, yeah, last means with the respect to the current. Relative dates means always respective to the current date. Then we have range of dates. Here we can specify whatever range. Suppose I want it from 15 to 17. Apply. Right? I have first March 2015 to 30th December 2017. We have taken, or we can just scroll it over here, apply. We can change the starting date, we can change the ending date. This is what we are getting over here. So this is range of date. Another one we have is a starting date, in which you will be able to change the starting date, but the ending date will be fixed. As you can see, I can use this slider to change the starting date. So this is what we are getting. We are able to change the starting date. Apply. And a reverse of this is a ending date, where the ending starting is fixed. I can change the ending date. Right? Here it is. Then next we have spatial. Spatial means null dates, non-null dates, and all dates. Suppose in the data which we have, in this we do not have any null dates. And if you want to see the data for the null dates, you can say null dates and apply. As of now, you will be getting blank. Non-null dates means if there is a null dates in your data, it will be excluded and then the output will be displayed. So this is non-null dates. And all dates, again, this will also give you the same result, because in our data, we do not have any null dates. So these were the date filters. Next, we have interactive filters. So let me remove the date filters from here and talk about interactive filters. So let me take the sales on the basis of subcategory and the category, putting the category into the color. Now I want to make it interactive on the basis of category. So I can click on this drop down arrow and there's an option called show filter. I click on the show filter. Here it is. Now it is interactive. Interactive means it can be updated during runtime. Furniture, technology, right? And I have not made it entire view. Now you see, this is your runtime presentation mode. So in your presentation mode, you are able to make the changes to your graph. This is known as interactive filter, for which you just need to click on the drop down arrow and say show filter. It will appear over here and you can make an interactive filter. These are very important while you are working in dashboards to make the things more attractive and more dynamic. Then we have something known as advanced interactive filter. So I will hide this thing. Hide card. Now advanced interactive filter, you in the filter you click on this drop down arrow and you will get number of options over here. So these are known as advanced interactive filter. I go to the first one, single value list. Now you are getting, instead of checkbox, you are getting a radio button. So now either you can see all or anyone. So if you want to compare to, this thing is not possible over here. Then you can have a single value drop down. So sorry. Now you have a drop down over here. From the drop down list, you can select, but you will be able to select only one or all. Okay. Now again, I would say that these things play an important role in dashboards, because as of now, if you see, you have ample of space for your chart. And in other sense, you can say in this entire, on this entire screen, you can say almost 15 or 10%, sorry, 10% of the space has been occupied with a small thing. Yes. So all this space is getting wasted. But as of now, we are not bothered about the space because we have the entire screen for a single chart. But while working in a dashboard, we have to place multiple charts on a same page. That means the same screen. At that point of time, space is quite important and we have to manage the space properly. Okay. So again, I will go to the drop down arrow. Then we have single value slider. So I can have a slider over here. So it becomes a slider. Now, suppose if I want to manage the space, I can drag it to the bottom. Now see. Now you can see I have the entire screen for the entire this graph, and at the bottom I have a small slider like this. Looks better? Yes, no?
Yes.
Right.
Raju, can you show me once again how you did this one?
The drag and drop?
Yes.
You simply need to drag it. You can drag and drop it anywhere you want. Drag and drop, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Then again, you can click on this drop down arrow and you have multiple value list, which is the default one, which we get by default. Then multiple values drop down. You are getting a drop down, but this time a multiple value. Here you have an option to compare two. Again, then multiple values custom list. So in this, you have to create a list like furniture. Spelling mistake. Furniture, right? So like this, you can create a custom list. Wildcard match. Again, if you want the one which contains, say, the character F, enter. So all those categories where the character F is appearing, it will be displayed, right? However, in terms of practical, we use slider a lot. Specifically in the dashboards and all, we use slider a lot. So I will put it back to the default one, which is multiple value list.
So can we have multiple filters for the same graph?
Yes, yes. Let me put the multiple filters. Let us put the subcategory in the show filter. We have two dynamic filters now. I want to talk about furniture only. Okay, let's take technology. Now here I am getting all. So I can select like phones. In the technology, I don't want phones. I don't want storage. Okay. Technology related accessories. Accessories, I don't want accessories like this. So I can use both the filters. I'm removing it, and as of now I'm saying all. Then you again click on this drop down arrow. You will get an option of format filters. So you can format this filters. You can change, make it bold. Sorry, this is title. You can make it bold. You can increase the size. You can change the color. If you want some shading, you can put the shading over here like this. Here it is. Right? So the filters can be formatted like this.
I have one question. How are you fitting the graph full screen? How are you fitting the graph to full screen?
Cutting the graph?
Fitting the graph.
Okay, fitting.
Yeah.
You're talking about this?
Yeah.
Okay, this is known as presentation mode. So this is the last button is of presentation mode. Okay. Right? And the shortcut for this is F7.
Okay.
So this is to switch between the two.
Hi Rajiv, Priya here.
Yeah, tell me.
How will you fit all these sheets into one dashboard? Is it possible in Tableau?
Yes, that is the final product. We are moving towards that only, and dashboard is a very important thing. We will be covering that post doing the various types of graphs.
Okay, fine. I had one more doubt.
Please.
So you spoke about dates. So
date
there
filters?
Date, yeah, range, yeah. There we had something called as null dates.
Right.
So in real scenario, we'll never have null dates, right?
No, we do have null dates.
So can you give some example for that?
Example for that. Okay. Let me give you an example. Okay, I have to open another instance of Tableau for that. Just remind me at the end of the module, I will give you an example of that. I need to manipulate the data and then I will give you the example. Okay? Do remind me at the end of the session. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you.
So we were talking about filters. Then again, click on this drop down arrow and there's an option called customize. Now you can customize the filter like there is an option called show all values. You remove that. Now see, you will not be getting the all value option in this. Initially the all was there. Now you do not have the all option. I click on this customize and say show all value. The all will be over here. Then another one is customize. There is show apply button. Now see what happens. I have clicked on this. Nothing is happening. It will not impact the chart until and unless I will click on this apply button.
So in the finally when we create the dashboard, the user will not have this option of fiddling with the categories and all, right?
Definitely a user will have.
No, I mean to say like you have just excluded all and all in categories.
This like one excluded. I excluded. Okay, I exclude that.
Yeah. So this kind of a feature should not the final dashboard should not have this feature, right?
It will not have. So this is your final one. So the dynamic means you are giving the user the control of this.
Yeah, but
he cannot make the changes in the design of this.
Right. That defeats the purpose. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Okay, let me put all over here. All. Apply. Then again we have include, exclude buttons, control types. So few more options. You can just check this and see what impacts you are getting. In case of any doubt, I can help you out with that. So as of now, I'm making it to the default. I am removing the show applies button. Here it is. So this is advanced interactive filter. Then we come to the interactive date filters. So let's take the date once again. I took the sales on the basis of order. Let's say this time let's take shipping date, and let me put the category in the color. Let's make it entire view, and let's put the ship date in the interactive. Sorry, we have to make it interactive. So I will click on this drop down arrow and say show filter. So here we are getting this. So you can choose whatever you want. 17, 18, I remove 18, 14 and 17. So we can see that from 14 and 17 there was an increase. Overall we have gone 16. There was a slight dip in 16, 16, 17 there is a dip. So this is what we want to check over here. Okay, this is known as interactive date filters. Then where filters. Now here somebody was asking about putting the sales into the filter. So this is known as where filters. So let me take the profit on the basis of subcategory. Let's sort it. Let's also put the profit in the color. Right now let's try, and let's me put the label as well. Let's try to put the profit in the filter, and let's see what happens if I release my mouse. Say next. Now you are getting somewhat similar to the what you were getting in dates. So relative values, at least, at most. So relative values, where you want to give a range. Within this range, I want to display only those subcategories within the profit is between this range. Say apply. So these are the ones in which I am generating the profit within this range, right? Or I can say at least say 0. Say apply. These are the ones in which I have get at least 0 profit. That means no loss at least. At most, say at most 0, apply. So these are the ones in which I have seen some losses. So in the fasteners, I have a loss of 33. In the tables, this is a loss, which is a great loss. So binders, I have generated the losses and all. And special, again the same thing, null dates, non-null dates, and all values. Let me make it null dates and apply. Nothing will be there because in my data there is no null dates. So I will say non-null dates and apply, or I say all dates and apply. So it remains the same. So these are known as where filters. We call them as where filters because we are saying I want to display the details of those subcategories where the profit, where the profit is more than 0, where the profit is at least 0, where the profit is between this range to this range. So we are using where. That is why these are known as where filters. Next we have, okay, the where filters, I already told you about the record level filters. Then comes a data source filter. Now let's see data source filter, and I also like to put a category over here in this one, and let's make it entire view. Right, so let's look at the graphs which we have. In this we are displaying the category and the subcategory wise profit. Here we are displaying the shipping date wise and the subcategory wise sales. Here we are displaying category and subcategory wise sales. Here we are displaying the sales on the basis of order date, and again category wise, subcategory wise sales over here. Now going over here, now I will be putting up the data source filters. So for this, this is the data source. I need to right click on the data source and I say edit data source filter. Click on this. Okay, so click on this and say add. Now before I proceed, what is data source filter? Now what is happening when we are filtering till now? We are working on the visualization of entire data. We have 10,000 records. So we are visualizing all the 10,000 records and then excluding the ones which we do not want. However, another option could be that we could initially we could omit the ones which we do not want at all. We are not put the take the 10,000 record. We will suppose 3,000 are for furniture and I am excluding the 3,000 records. That means I am working only on the 7,000 records. Okay, so that is known as data source filter. I am putting the data, I am putting the filter on the data source. I am excluding, I am not including some data into my visualization. So I want to, for this, I have put right click on the orders and say, let me do it once again. I right click on the data source names and I say edit data source filters, say add category, okay. Now I say office supplies and technology. I am excluding furniture. Say okay and say okay and see what happens. You see in this chart the furniture has been removed. Let me go to this one. You see furniture has been removed over here. Furniture removed. No furniture. No furniture. Only office supplies and technology. So data source filter, the filter has been implemented on all the visualization. Is this clear?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you show it again?
Data source filter. Okay, let's
Yeah.
do it once again. I right click on this, edit data source filter. Oh no, not edit data source. I will right click on it, edit data source filter. First of all, I will remove the one which I have done. Say remove. Okay, it has been removed. So you will see it is coming back again. Right now you can go to any of the chart and you say this, right click, edit data source filters. You will say add, you want to put it on the category, say okay. I want to exclude this time. Let's take, I will keep furniture and office technology. I remove this, say okay and okay. So you see office supplies has been removed from this
Yeah,
chart,
yeah.
from here, everywhere it will be removed.
So basically, it's overall removal of some particular data.
Absolutely, that's what I have told you, that we are not considering a particular part of data. Initially in my data 10,000 record, I am taking all 10,000 record. Now supposingly I am just excluding those few records, let's say 3,000 records or 4,000 records I have excluded. Now I am working on 6,000 records only. That is known as data source filter. When we put the filter on the data source of the data, we put the filter. Clear? So this is data source filters. Now ways to filters. Now there are different ways to filter. So let me show you. And before I proceed, I remove this data source filter. I simply click on this and say remove. Okay, it has been removed. So let's see over here. Tick, 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 tick. Or I create a new graph. All right. Ways to filter. Number one, filter by shelf. Filter by shelf means when we put something into the filter. This is known as filter by shelf. Whatever we want, I can filter. Apply. This is one way of filtering. In Tableau, as I told you, there are multiple ways to do the same task. So one is, this is known as filter by shelf. Number two, interactive filters, which we did when we right click on it and say show filter. This becomes an interactive Interactive means dynamic, which can be updated during runtime. So these are the interactive filters. Third, filters using headers. So these are known as headers. This, these are known as headers. So you can also use the headers as a filter. You just click on this and you will get a pop-up. Keep only or exclude. I say exclude. It has been removed. Or you can right click on it and you can say keep only or exclude whatever. I would say keep only. So this can also be this is known as filtering using headers. Then these are known as legends. So you can also use a filter, say exclude, say technology. Click on this and say keep only. It can also be used as a filter. So filter by shelf, interactive filter, by header, by legends. So these are the different ways to filter.